So there's a way to tell how many solutions you have without actually graphing your lines. Okay, what you need to do is you need to think about the types of lines you're going to have if you graph those lines. Intersecting lines have different slopes. So when you look at your slope-intercept form equation, if you have different slopes, your lines are going to intersect, and when they intersect, there will be one solution. Now, parallel lines have the same slopes, but different y-intercepts, and parallel lines never touch, so they have no solutions. Now, when you look at your slope-intercept form, if you have the same slope and the same y-intercept, that means they're the same line. And when you have the same line, there are going to be infinite solutions. So the key to telling your number of solutions without actually graphing your lines is that you need to put both equations into slope-intercept form. So remember, the y has to be isolated, so we're going to move the x to the other side, and we'll have negative 8y equals 2x plus 16, and then we're going to divide both sides here by the y value because we need to isolate y, get it all by itself, and what we're going to end up with is that y equals negative 1/4 x minus 2. We're going to do the same thing to the other equation. We're going to put it in slope-intercept form. So we're going to move the x, add 6x to both sides. We get 3y equals 6x plus 12. Divide both sides by 3. Divide everything by 3. And we're going to get y equals 2x plus 4. Now what you want to do is you want to look at your slopes and see if they're the same. If you notice, this slope is negative 1/4. This slope is 2. Since they have different slopes means our lines are going to intersect. Because our lines intersect, it means we have one solution. So whenever you have just different slopes, that's going to be one solution. Now from here, we would have to use elimination or some other method to find out what the actual solution is. This is just telling us that there's only one solution. Okay, again, go ahead and put these into slope-intercept form. You're going to add 3x on both sides, so we move the x. We get 3y equals 3x plus 24. Divide by y. Divide both sides by 3. Divide everything by 3. And we get y equals x plus 8. Now, when we do the other side, we're going to add x to both sides. This one's easier to put into slope-intercept form. We're going to get y equals x plus 4. Now again, now that they're both in slope-intercept form, look at your slopes. Okay? No number in front, that means that's 1x. That's 1x. So we can see that both of these equations have the same slope, okay, which means they're not going to intersect. If they have the same slope, we have two options. They're either going to be parallel or they're going to be the same line. The way we're going to decide is based on that y-intercept. This y-intercept is 8. This y-intercept is 4. So they have different y-intercepts. So same slope, different y-intercepts. That means our lines are going to be parallel. And parallel lines are going to have no solutions. All right, and last but not least, again, let's put these in slope-intercept form. I feel like you should be an expert at that by now. So we've got negative y, so this one's going to be a little bit tricky. 2x plus 1. Remember, negative y means really we have negative 1y, so we have to divide everything by negative 1. And that's going to leave me with y equals negative 2x minus 1. Now we'll take this one. Okay, this one's kind of weird because the way the x is over here and the y is over here. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to rewrite it with the y part first. Okay, so really I just flip-flopped the two sides of this equation here. Now I'm going to put it in slope-intercept form. So I have my x on that side. I have to move my 3. So I've got 3y equals negative 6x minus 3. And now I'm going to divide everything we have here by 3. And I'm going to get y equals negative 2x minus 1. So again, let's double check slopes and intercepts. If I look, I see I have the same slope. So same slope. Check my y-intercepts. I see that I have the same -1 for my y-intercept. So if they have the same slope and the same y-intercept, that actually means they're the exact same line, which means they are going to have infinite solutions. Okay, and that's how you can tell how many solutions you have